Is there a right or wrong way to pray? I'm asking just because, okay, so I've had premonitions in the past about a certain person passing early, and I would have reoccurring premonitions of that. But since then, their life trajectory has changed because they totally changed who they were as a person. And so I don't really get those visions about them anymore. But because I had them for so long, I have a tendency to, I don't know, maybe be overprotective of them. And I think maybe that's holding them back. And I'm concerned that maybe my belief is forming a reality where I might cause a catastrophe to happen if I don't control the way I think about this person. So I feel like strengthening the circle of protection that I know is around them is better for them. Sometimes I worry about the way that I think about people because it's like we're all connected. So if I think about them in a negative way, then I'm kind of setting them up for those things to happen. Then it's like a fine line between things that you see when you have the gift of sight and understanding that their their future or their fate, I guess, can change at any time. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So many questions. I have more questions than answers. But maybe that's the point. I don't know. I read the other day that the joy is in the journey and not in the destination. I don't think that's wrong. Because sometimes when I set a major goal and I accomplish it, it doesn't feel as good as I thought it would. It's like anticlimactic. Just like, oh, hmm, now what? You know? Isn't that what the Buddhists say? You know, it's that longing that causes the sadness, I guess. You're always longing and searching and wanting for more, and I guess that's why they um, fast and stuff and are so present. The present is a gift. It's very true. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure stuff out. I feel so responsible for everything that happens around me, but yet still so like not able to have control over the things that I want to have control over. Like I just wish my kids would keep their dishes washed. Like I don't understand why that's so hard. I don't understand why I have to get so frustrated by it. It's annoying. Hearing myself say the same things over and over again is annoying. Not learning the lessons the first time is annoying. And not knowing whether or not God and my ancestors are proud of me is annoying. It's just sometimes I want to be like fatalist, and sometimes I feel like I care too much, and sometimes I feel like I just want to be dead, and then sometimes I feel like I just want to be 100% good, and then sometimes I feel like I just want to go demon time, and sometimes I'm just like, stop it. Just go eat something and watch YouTube and just don't care about this for right now. It's like everything for me has to be so deep. Nothing is ever surface level with my brain. I don't even have I don't even know how to have a normal conversation. When someone they're like, how's your day going? And in my mind, a normal person would just say what kind of day they're having. But that's not how my brain works. I'm automatically suspicious. Then I'm getting irritated. I'm like, well, why do they want me to know that? And I'm like trying to protect my thoughts and like my plans. It's like, God, I just asked you how your day was. Then I get offended because it's like, well, what do you mean? What kind of day am I having? And I just feel like I have an attitude all the time. And because I don't understand why people ask me questions. It's like, state what you're here for. Because I've noticed that sometimes when people ask you something, it's not because they want to know the answer to the question, it's because they want to answer the question for themselves. Like, most of the time when Pisces asks me, how's my day going? It's not because he wants to know how my day is going, even though he has a curiosity for all things. And on some surface level, he does want to know how my day is going, but he's only introducing that question so that he can follow it up with how his day is going. He really wants to tell me how his day is going. And I know that. I'm too smart for my own good. That's a thing. Because I see so far into the psychology and the spiritual side of things when people just want to go through life, have everything be simple. And people get so, I mean, by people, I mean my kids, because all the people I'm around, because I don't have these deep conversations with people in the community. They get so frustrated with me because it's like, things can never just be simple with you, can they? And it's like, I'm sorry. It's like no one likes a know-it-all. But they like to have one on the team to solve their problems for them. I said to my son the other day, he got so frustrated with me because he kept asking me stuff. And then I tried to explain to him my thought process. And he's like, I just want you to answer the question. And I'm like, well, wouldn't it make more sense if I taught you how to think like me instead of you constantly coming to me for my advice? And another thing, I'm not trying to gatekeep. I'm not trying to gatekeep my wisdom. But at some point, I kind of feel like I'm being used for my information. And I kind of want you to put the work in that I put in to get this information because you're coming to me like I'm some like never ending wealth of knowledge that you just come to and ask and I give it to you when you're not giving me anything in return. So you're going to go off somewhere and benefit from that and take credit for it. I've gotten distracted when I'm in my world trying to do what I'm doing, and I'm just giving away wisdom. When in that, when you have such access to my information, you don't give yourself the opportunity to formulate your own thoughts or to get your own information. The reason I can remember the stuff that I remember and it means so much to me is because I put in so much work to study and to learn, and I've had so many experiences. Like I've suffered to learn the lessons that I've learned. Like the wisdom that I have is from experience. Sure, I have book knowledge, but like a lot of the stuff that I've read, I don't remember because I didn't really. You use it, you don't use it, you lose it, right? But most of my intelligence, most of my wisdom comes from experience. There's a lot of pain behind that. So I understand that in order for you to have the knowledge that I have, you have to make mistakes. You gotta suffer a little bit. You can't just keep coming to me expecting me to cushion your falls all the time. No, you need to fall. Or when you do finally get a bruise, you're not going to be able to heal because you're just like, oh my God, I've got this cut. And it's like, no, keep falling, toughen up, learn the lessons. And I feel like these are logical things that maybe would come from a father. I think we have these like societal roles that males and females play when we're raising children. I guess the mother is supposed to teach the kids how to be compassionate and to deal with their emotions, and the father is supposed to be logical. Unfortunately, they have a mother who walks the thin line between both. I use both sides. Like I can do both. And their dad isn't here, and even when their dad was here, well, first of all, we weren't together anymore, but we didn't necessarily agree on a lot of fundamental things when it comes to being a human. We were in an interracial relationship. There was differences there. We had differing views on what we were here to do as far as serving or not serving God. So that causes problems when you're raising children and you're developing their character. Girl, it be so much. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm putting in so much study and so much time to figure out how to develop these children properly. I don't want them to be roaming nightmares. Just popping out generations of psychopaths. Like, no. Developing character is important. But in order for me to do that, I have to learn how to get them to hear what I'm saying. And then I need to say the right things and I have to say it in the right way. All while still being human. Well, you know what? I don't think moms are meant to be human at this point. I've just accepted that I don't get to be human. I have to be a superhero. See, I have to reframe what I am to these kids. I can't just be mom because there's too much emotion there. I have to be leader slash teacher. So that's what I'm finna do. I'm just gonna involve. I'm just going to evolve to a different version of myself. Cause mom, I can't do that no more. It's not enough. I don't want to be in that space no more. That version of myself is not getting a reaction. Like no one's responding to that version of me anymore. So it's like putting myself in the shop and upgrading my microchip, my mom microchip, and having to wake up and be Fury 2.0. So now I have to be in the era of someone else. I can't be Fury mom anymore. I have to be Fury teacher. Coming from that perspective, I'll definitely get a different response. Because teachers are not emotional with their students. They're there, they teach, they go home. That's the attitude I need to adopt with these kids. Well, but yeah, I don't know if there's any one right way to do anything, especially pray. I feel like even my relationship with spirit, God, universe has evolved to where it's more of a conversation and agreement. We need to start having agreements instead of me just, I can't do the, oh, please, like, I'm not in that space. I haven't been in that space for years of like begging spirit to give me things and like hoping that things work out. No, I know everything's going to work out. I'm a, like, that's not a question. Like, I know for a fact everything that I want is definitely going to happen and ain't nobody finna play with me. Those are facts. Those are absolute facts. Don't nobody stop. Don't nobody quit. Don't nobody snap. Those are facts. So I also have to change how I deal with prayer and just fortify what's already there. Understand what prayer really is. It's energy work. And just I gotta move my emotions around and put them in the arena where they belong. My emotions do not belong in the parenting arena, and my emotions do not belong in my spiritual arena either. They just don't need to be there for that. My emotions need to go on the back burner for when I'm making music or when I need to be compassionate. But other than that, these two arenas do not need emotion. And I feel like that's where I'm missing the boat. I'm being too emotional with my prayers. Please don't let anything happen to my son. Girl, bye. Stop it. Why would you even speak that into existence? Instead, thank you, universe, for protecting my children. Thank you for the blessings that I've received. Thank you for everything that we have. I think that's enough. I think that's good enough. I think that's it. I think it's time to just speak on what you want and leave it at that. Like, what more is there? I don't need to get specific. Because when you give me things, that also comes with more responsibility. I don't want more responsibility right now. It's hard enough to remember to feed the cat. I love you. Thank you for spending time with me here in Fury World. We just over here trying to figure out life. You know what I'm saying? Try to be a better person, be a better parent, child of God, and all of that. Even though, don't get it twisted, I'm very aware that half angel, half demon. It ain't all of one thing over here. I understand I have light and dark inside of me. And balanced out, it's like the perfect mix. I feel like we finna find out, though, because we're doing a whole lot of inner work over here. Because I want better. I expect better for myself. So, moving forward, not praying from a lack frequency. Yeah, that's what it was given. Praying from a lack frequency. Stop talking to the universe like you hope stuff gonna work out. Stop acting like stuff about to fall apart because it's really not. And I feel like I'm the source of all my own problems, which is annoying because, like, what? It's not everybody else's fault. I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me today in Fury World. If you're interested in more videos about spirituality, single parenting, or really good home cooked food, check out my playlist. If you're interested in checking out my music, it's available on all music streaming platforms worldwide under my artist name, The Fury of Abyss. I love you. Have a good night. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.